Hello everyone, good morning to all. Am I audible? Yes, today we have work on a lot of content that is pivot table, second different coding that we are going to work map function. Right. So these are the points today we are going to cover. So with this concept, we are going to end up for the pandas because in the next week we have to go for some statistical as well as the visualization concepts, matplotlib and all. So you have to do a continuous work on this previous part because pandas is the most important for the analysis purpose. Those who want to work on the continuous in analysis means as a data analyst and data scientist, they must know about panda, right? Pandas numpy, and maybe if you are completely aware with this all the topics, then definitely it will be useful to you. Also, you have to do a continuous study in Python as well because those people don't know the Python. They means they need no need to work on that NumPy and Pandas. So if you know NumPy Pandas concepts and implementation and all, but you don't know the you don't know how to implement the functions and classes, even implementation of list people, then definitely that is a wrong point. So you should go with the basics first, Python, how to implement all these stuffs, and then go with the NumPy and Pandas. Right. Hope so. Let's start the work. When we will start the ML and AI, I think the next session we are going to cover up all the points related with the visualization. Right. So maybe next in this second week, maybe we'll go for the ML because step by step we are going. Even ML life cycle is also important. Once we cover up the ML life cycle, then every algorithm is easy to implement. So let's go for the pivot table and we'll discuss about it. Okay. So what is the exactly pivot table, right? So pivot allows you to reshape and transform your data set. See what I am saying? Pivot table. I'm discussing about pivot table. Table. See, it is allows you reshape, transform your data set. So what type of work we can do? Here we can do the meaning works like suppose we can do the aggregation functions. We know that there we can calculate the count, sum, even average we can calculate, right? Mean and all. So there we have some parameters of pivot table. What are those parameters? That is, you have to take index. I'm sharing some parameters, okay? Index, second, values, third, aggregation function, fourth, field value, fifth, margins, right? And then drop any. So these are the parameters that means we can use into the pivot table, right? Implementation purpose, we can implement so many things related with it. You know what? Actually, we have done the aggregation, calculating the aggregations, calculating the even we have solved the drop any values. Even we have solved the means we can calculate the count, sum, all these things we have done. But what is the difference that we have to work with the pivot table? Pivot table is it's kind of providing on the index basis calculation, on the basis of column basis calculation and all. But all the stuff that already we have done is calculating the aggregation and all. But on the basis of means calculate, make the reshape of table and do the get the calculation like that. He will completely transform all the data. So how can we implement that all this process? Now we are going to work on it. Okay. So today you know what we will do one thing. We will create on the basis of no first we create a dictionary and we transform that dictionary into the data frame, and that we can use because we will get to know that how to transform that data set into that data frame, and then we can use that data frame for a pivot table. It will be interesting and useful for you as well, right? And even we can take a CSV file as well. Let's see. So I have created one dictionary here where I will take that dictionary file. Better do typing down. So I have to use it. So check out. Hmm. See, so before I go forward, I will import for pandas as a for five. So here I have created one dictionary that is in my dicts, and this is these are all difference. Date format is there, and these are the dates I have already had. City, temperature, and humidity column is there. So with that, I'm just executing this one. Check out how we are getting this all these things. Yes, sure. Copy it. You can work yourself as well. Okay. But just see, do not get forget because I'm sitting here. Okay. So reshaping. You know that means how do we know means suppose if I'm directly use this data frame, you know that. So df dot shape is nothing but 9 by 4 means 9 rows and 4 columns. If suppose you know that df dot you can apply here seasonal function as well. We know that there we don't have any kind of null values, but you can apply because this is a table, no normal table. Because what we have done, this is dictionary, and that dictionary we have converted into the database. So that is in data frame we have taken this function and then passing down the dictionary name and converting it into the df, and df we get like this. Save null values we can change these. These are the columns, date, city, time, and humidity. Right? first step that we can do with the pivot table, that is, we can do like this. See, suppose there we have index function, right? So let's see first what we can do here. Pf dot pivot underscore table into the bracket, you can pass index is equals to what basis you have, what type of data, what type of column you want to add here. That is, in suppose you can add a date column, so you can pass a date as well. See, so I'm passing here date. Okay, only date I am passing. No changes here. Only date I am passing, and check out what will happen. See. So it applies on the numeric data set only, numeric columns only. So these are the numeric columns. So before I go for that, I will check one second. Pf dot what information. See, the object column is this, and temperature and humidity column is this. So integer and integers columns. So check out pivot table index we have applied on the basis of date. See, on the basis of date, there we have humidity and temperature. These are nothing but what is this? This is an aggregate we have mean values. So mean values of that columns. These are. So temp columns mean and humidity columns mean. Here we have. Right. So we can calculate the mean as well. But if suppose we think about city, then you can try to change with the city as well, because on the basis of check out this 5117, 5217, and 5317. And if you check the table as well, see. So what's the use? You will get the on the basis of date. On the basis of date, you are getting 517 2017. Humidity is an average mean is 54, and temperature is 73.3. On the date of 5/2/17, humidity is 57 degrees Celsius, maybe, right? Degree Celsius, and temperature is in 73 degrees Celsius, like that. Now you got the point. Now average values, mean, yeah, average values. Suppose now I would like, suppose on the basis of the, check the tables as well. Date 5/1/17, 5/2/17, 5/3/17. Wait, I will remove the head here. Right? The same dates we have 5/1/17, 5/2, 5/3/17, 5/1/17, 5/2/17, 5/3/17. So dates are almost divided into the three categories, and city also divided into three categories. So New York, Mumbai, and Beijing. And temperature and humidity is different. So I'm applying on the date, no. So you know that how many categories on the means how many categories of date we have here? Can anybody? Only three. Yeah. So your table shows you on the basis of date you are passing here. So not only date you can pass. If suppose I'm copying this code here, and suppose I'm passing, what is the that table's name? That is city. Okay. He's taking distinct records, not undistinct, because he is going to sum of all the dates. Means you are on the basis of date, you will get undistinct, because everyone means check out this one. This, this, these are the like a categories, but records are same. No? Records are 54 and 65 and 66. These are calculating all the sums and all, and then we will take the showing average of one city. Yeah, now we are going to work on it. Now we are city on the basis of city. Now check out. On the basis of city, we are having here. City is Beijing, humidity. So Beijing's, where is in Beijing? This one, right? Beijing's. So you guys are thinking about now Beijing's, all the categories he is taking means all the dates and yes, all the dates he is taking. So he will calculate temperature and then 80, 77, 80 and calculating. And after calculating, then he will do the meeting and all, means mean and all. How to filter by date and group by city means. So you have to pass it down there. If suppose if I'm adding a list city and date, then you can do it. But consider we can go for that definitely because if suppose the way we are getting the Beijing, Mumbai, right, on the humidity and temperature, we got it easily, right? But suppose second thing if we go for, I would like to go like this one. Yeah, I agree. Oh, the chat is open for everyone, isn't it? Yeah, no one is doing personal message for me. City, and I will add the date as well. I think Francis, sir, you got the point here. That is a date of 5/1/70. City, Beijing, Mumbai, New York, and humidity is this. Right. So I think this is now we got an easiest way that, but um, why I'm taking a small data set? If suppose if you are having a big data set and if you are applying the pivot table on it, then definitely you all will go for the confusion process, right? Right. So what is the question? It's showing the unique date and city, name, and their average values. Yes, because this is your date. On the basis of date, Beijing, Mumbai, New York is there. Because see the data set as well. If suppose if you want to check out the data set, it is same because 5/1/17 and here also Mumbai also having 5/1/17 and Beijing also having 5/1/17, right? So you are making the groups. So what you learn from this one, anybody? What you learn from this one? You can make the groups on the basis of date, on the basis of city. You can calculate combined version as well. Uh, the way Francis sir said that you can make the groups as well, date, city, like that also. Not only you can go for average, even you can do other things as well. Wait, I will show you. Yeah, other things as well. Don't worry about it. We'll do another things as well. But are you getting this one? You got the point? Yeah, summarizing. It's kind of summarizing. Actually, we have the small concept. We have the small data set. If we go for the something like big data set and never understand how to handle that whole work, then pivot table is the best to summarize all the things, right? So let's move for the another one concept. We'll go for that. See, we have seen that another parameter that is an um, column, right? So what I'm going to do here, I'll remove the city, and you will get to know that how it works. So I'm just passing here col columns, columns columns, maybe spell is correct. Yeah. uh, yeah, this will definitely this will help on if you need to generate specific data. Yeah, that's correct actually. So I appreciate your words. Columns density. So now see what I have added here. So I'm just removing the parentheses. And index is equals to date and columns is equals to city. So index saying that index is also having that columns means that categories and columns is having also a categories. So check out what we get when we execute this. See what we get. Index is nothing but you are having the dates, unique dates that is in 5117, 5217 and 5317 because all the universities are divided into these categories. But as a columns, city we are passing, right? So which are the columns we have? Means in the city, those are the categories we have, no? These are these are presented as a column. So Beijing as a column, Mumbai as a column, and New York as a column. So they are just kind of comparison. Suppose 5117 Beijing humidity is an average 26. 517 at the date of 5117 Mumbai humidity average is 80. At the date of 5117 temperature of Beijing is 80. Now what the point? Average 80, not an means exact 80, average 80. Actually, when we go for the plotting, no, we'll definitely do that plotting purpose. I'm interested for that as well. So kind of what they doing with the pictures. On the basis of suppose IPL data, if you work on the IPL data analysis, then definitely this will interesting part. Like IPL data analysis, football leagues data, FIFA football leagues data. If you get then definitely you can pass the columns. That is interesting. Index column if you pass goals and all, and you can get it easily. We'll try to go for some big data set in next when we complete visualization. That time definitely we go. Election result data will be interesting. Election is also important. Indian peoples are interested in the elections so much. So I think this is the major point. And now I think Ron, you got the point. So now the way we have means implemented that index and date and column city. So I would like to show you another one interesting part related for you. So wait, just a bit. So now what I'm going to do, I'm adding some, I'm calculating some points. So if suppose the way I have added the column, if I'm going to add that aggregation function, right? So so what do you think if I'm changing the city as an index and date as a column? What the point? Suppose if I'm passing a city. Question I got here. Date. Uh, is there any possibilities to have a graphical representation of data using Python or third-party tools like BI, Flip, Wiki? Yeah, actually you can do through the Power BI and yes, even that Tableau. Nowadays, Power BI and Tableau, Western countries are using, I think, max to max Power BI for visualization. Tableau also. Yeah, inbuilt means once you upload the data, it's all I'm telling to you all. See, analysis you can do through the not only pandas, you can do through the Tableau and Power BI. If you take that all the data set and put it down into the Tableau or Power BI, Tableau itself he can do the analysis. Means those are in the column in the numeric. He can automatically slice down the data sets. Means make the categorizations. But that is automatics. No, so you will not learn anything. Means on the basis of that. No. That is like a. It's kind of automatic things. So you will not learn. Sometimes if you get a scrambled data set, then definitely it will not work your Tableau and Power BI as well. Even whatever the things, if you directly, if you are using any IDE, then automatic things are not good for us. Basic analysis is important. Tableau, I don't know, sir, Rahul, sir, and Tableau is a data visualization third party uh, software. Tableau and Power BI, QuickBooks as well. That Microsoft, yeah. So see here, um, data frame pivot table and the way I have just changed it. See, only changed I have said, and this is most important for school. You know, the school those are in the school teachers and all, and they if you pass the names of people name student names city if suppose student names in the position of city and their present is like that is present or not like that, right? We can make like this is so index student name and you can pass the data as well, so you will get all the process of this. This is it. So now hope you got this point. Side by side I am just discussing with the questions as well, so a little bit the process is slow but hope you got. Aggregation function. Yes. Aggregation function. See, you know that aggregation functions we have count, sum, right? Mean and all by default he has done, not an issue. But count sum is there, no? So if suppose if I'm passing here count, so I'm passing a double G F U N S aggregation function. Okay. So in the pivot table, so you can pass like this one, and I'm passing. See. So what is the meaning of this one? Why I'm getting the 1 1 1? Anyone? Anyone know why I'm getting the 1 1? That is an count because every yeah count is that only one record is there related with that humidity. You got the point, I think, right? Only one record. If you think that if I'm changing the records like this one, check. Wait. I will tell you. Uh, I'll pass the date here and city here. So then also you will get one. Remove column parameter. Okay. I think you will get this one. You are getting this one. Then I will remove this. Okay. Yeah. Check out. Is it? I think hope you got this one. So index is equals to date and aggregation function is in count. So definitely you'll get in like a 3 3 3. Why? Because um, how many cities do we have at 5117? 3. Humidity count is 3. Temperature count is 3. At the date of 5 to 17, cities are 3. I think you got the point now. No, why you are not getting? Where you are getting the problem? See, indexes and date. So you know that you will get in these categories. And aggregation function count is there. So at the date of that 5117, how many cities are there? 3. How many humidity values are there? 3. How many temperatures are there? What the point, right? If suppose now you know that means aggregation function it works easily on the basis of dates. Suppose if I do like this one and make a sum, okay. So we'll do this one. We'll check out. Now your city column will not come here. Why? Any idea about it? Because it's string. Yeah, it's string. So now this is how many functions you can do. You can calculate the mean, max. Suppose if I'm passing a max here, what else? Yeah, we can do. Suppose max. Check out here. Now he's taking that New York on the basis of um, the string, right? And max count is also looking for that. And why did he take in that city column? Beijing is low. Why? Because Mumbai is in high. Wait, I will show you the data set first. Slides are required to show the syntax clearly. Please prepare for that. So I have shared the previous one. Now I don't have, but once I cover this one, I will make this PPT as well. Previous one I have shared through the portal. What moves are we forecast the same for 5, 4, 17 based on the date of date at uh, actually pivot table gives you 5, 4. You have to change the dates, no? Then because we don't have a date of 5, 4, 17 based on reading transistor because we don't have that same. Forecast means you think predict is it's what the point means it's kind of prediction you are thinking. Okay. We can do the prediction, but we cannot do here. Means the machine learning algorithms we have to use there. I got your point. We can do the predictions, but we cannot do here. We can do only analysis. Prediction part comes under the machine learning algorithms are there. We didn't see any slides from you in the class. I think slides I'm sharing through the classes means with the file. I'm not using in the class as a slide because it will take a time. No, when I explain PPTs, then I will explain, then go for practicals and all. So side by side, I'm just explaining the syntaxes as well as I'm doing this. Prediction definitely will do so. I'm also interested for that prediction. Right. So let's move forward and we'll do one. Yeah, sir. I will then will have to discuss with my admin team. So what is the process that I can do? Yes, but definitely, sir, I will go through that. But PPTs are ready now. No issues. PPT I will share with you reporters. Now the point is that No, actually, I have shared with the PPTs. Don't worry. The last Pandas PPT also, part one, part two also, I'm sharing. Part one shared today, part two also shared. Don't worry. But simultaneously with the classes, you are thinking about that. With the classes, I'm sharing the PPTs and side by side do the practical. What do you think? See, PPTs are ready now, but share through the PPT. Side by PPT with practical like that, you won't. Manish sir, what do you think? Means with the PPT, I explained and go for the practicals like that. Because let me know, I'm sure the Pandas one also ready, Pandas two also ready, and that Pandas have shared, not an issue. Pandas 2 will go for the, I think yesterday I have updated. So let me know what do you think about it. I promised I know, but in the class PPT I have to show. I never think about it. PPTs and all. Portal. You can check it. Can we go forward? Let's move. So now the question is that there we have mean, max, minimum, count, sum. We can use. I'll pass here actually. So mean, max is also used. Yeah, shared already. So now I'm passing one interesting fact related with that. If suppose in your data set, if you are having a null values, suppose like, wait, I will tell you. I will copy this whole thing here. If you don't have a data here and here, things with the data frame, you didn't get anything, even null. But yeah, we got. So now we have the null values in it, the temperature and humidity column, right? And what we are going to use, if suppose if I'm copying this same code here, okay. So I'll remove the aggregation function here. Now only we have the date column, right? So simultaneously, what I'm going to use with the date, comma, city is equals to 4. Sorry, actually I have to pass your column. Column, okay, city, yeah, got it. And comma. Check out now what I'm going to do. Fill underscore value, field underscore value is equals to 0. See what I heard? Field is equals to value is equals to 0. When I apply on that date and city column, what will happen? Because here we have the temperature, here we have the humidity, and let's apply this. Check out the field value is in 0, that is Mumbai 0 at 5317. 5317 where we have 5117 who is Mumbai temperature, 5117 Mumbai temperature column, and humidity column 5317 NAM humidity column, 5317 humidity Mumbai. Are you getting the point? What is the work of field value? We can pass the values here, right? Filling the values. We are filling the null values here, right? So if I pass the 1 as well, check out. We get the 1. So what do you think if I calculate the average and want to pass it? Is it possible with that? Then you can calculate the mean and then pass the variable size there directly. It will be replacing by the values. Is field value replacing null values? Yes, it is. Yes, replacing it is. Right. Yes, it is replacing. And now, if suppose field value, or suppose if you are taking some, wait, I'll show you one thing. Margins is equals to true. See, margins. So what is the work of margins? Check out the sum. Check out the Beijing columns. All together, he is giving us all the data set. So from the 5117, all the data we have here. So only this column check out. Wait, I will show you something. I will remove this column and get it easy. So margin will give you humidity columns, total average, temperature total average, means all together margins is equals to all together you are getting. If suppose if I'm passing city here, then on the basis of city you are getting. Means on the basis of cities means all together all the cities and humidity of average column, temperature average column. And suppose if I'm passing the column, then definitely he will go with the columns as well. Are you getting? You got the point here. How do we restrict the float part to the 3 digits? Then we have to pass the round standard is and 3 for the calculation. Then we have to restrict to floating value. Margins is this part, sir. Answer this part. So if you pass the margins equals to true, then he will calculate all the together average value of all the PG Mumbai New York humidity average. I think definitely, so Francis sir, I got your point. And if suppose if we pass that into the round, this will work. But hope so. I will try for that definitely to restrict with the 3 digits. That is the question, no? Yes, yes. I'm thinking about it. Wait, we'll do that with the side by side. You can also work on it. I'm also side by side thinking about it. So I'm passing here now index column index, column, field value, margin, and aggregation function together. Column average. Before that, I will take some questions. Can explain margin? Yeah. See, you are calculating the average. When I pass the margin equals true, you are calculating the average of together all together, like Beijing, Mumbai's, New York humidity average value 49%, 49.71. All cities temperature average 73.28. Now what the point? Yeah. So now you can, not only I'm doing this side by side, you can do yourself because this will be useful to you, that easy to implementation purpose. See, sir, I'm just passing here index column is equals to date. Danny, sir, just 2 minutes. I will just implement this one and I will go through that your example is equals to aggregation function. Now you can pass the sum as well. Sum, mean, or anything. So I'm adding the index, column, p value, margin, and aggregation function together, all together. All right. So just execute it. So we got a sum of all the values like Beijing and Beijing's total humidity, high 117, 26 and all, right? And all average values. Actually, I'm not saying like this is average. This is not an average. This is an, yeah, it is average. Yeah, it is average. 1735. Wait, I will change the column date here. 171. Yeah, that is not an average actually. That is, it's kind of sum, right? It is a sum. But why did he given this much 82 here? Yes, sum and average. Sum and average needs to be used. Here dot round. The whole data set we have to pass it. Answer it. Okay, I'll try that. So 5117 has an two or should three or something like a 37 337. Yeah, it is true. This is also true, but he should have to give the. I think I have added here one, right? So that he is giving us like that. So field value is nothing but one, no? So that is why he is calculating that one. Yeah, that's why. And aggregation function is in count and margin is equals to, so that we can get it easy. Danny sir, I will copy your code here. Wait. What is the difference? Oh, sorry. Actually, your margin field value is nothing but you are passing the values. Means suppose there is a null values, then you are using field value is equals to 1, right? If suppose if you are having null values in your data set, and that time you can use that field underscore value. If suppose you are using only one this thing, wait, I'll use df only. Okay, here we have the null values, and simultaneously I'm just applying on this. Just check out what will happen. Averaging. But suppose copying this one and field value, suppose I'm taking like null values is null values. 98 is there, no? So I will add some 65 something with this one. So okay, and I will remove the margin here, and so check out the way I am adding here 65, 5117. I have added 65, 5117. What is the temperature column? Yeah, temperature column I am adding for 65. So what is the work of field value is adding them, means applying on the null values. And suppose if you are using margin is equals to true, then it makes some difference. See, margin is equals to true, calculating the mean values and all, right? So that is the main thing. I think Dennis, you got the point. Sir, I'm just getting your data. So this is your answer. Please remove date column. Just a minute. Um, yes, sir, Dennis, just 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. I think we have done, sir. This is correct, right? Answer, sir. Yeah. So you are actually what we have done here. Uh, in this decimal points, we are getting the huge number. So removing the decimal points and means limiting the points that. So that purpose, whatever the answer will come into the, that I have stored into the AB and AB dot around, so that we are getting this one. So decimal points, it depends upon you how can you add. Is it possible to use the two different key values for the different columns? Yeah, I thought that one also. I thought that was. So I'll try that definitely. Just give me a minute. I will check that one. And I will go for the Dennis question. Please remove the date. Where it is, where it is, where it is. This one. Is it correct? on the basis of your Beijing Mumbai city, you are getting this one. Then is it? Yeah, both are same. Both are same. If you updated your data set now in the other variable, actually what is the problem we are getting, but you are not noticing you all actually what we are doing here. Actually, we are applying on the same data set because df dot pivot, df dot pivot we are taking simultaneously, and we are not applying, means we are not taking any single different variable like a AB dot like that. So definitely you will get a differentiation between the whole chart. So every time you are getting this different means same variable, so that the reflection is not affecting on it. I think you all got the point. Will have no effect. Feel, oh, okay. That is the main. Wait. Mm, just give me a little time. If I update into that, we should have to apply it. And before, if I apply, actually updation is not a happening here, right? That is the question you got, Dennis sir. Update is not happening. That is why you are saying that that is the kind of things. No, actually. Then in my mind, some points is coming. If suppose once you update something, then you have to store that data set into CSV file or some on another media. Python is not sure, but I will take it out of the current version. Yes. Wait, I'm taking that. I'll change the dictionary and just a little bit curious about this one. Why this is not making sure. Okay. Right, it's changed. It changed. Now he's saying, showing the same. You know what I'm doing here? Anyone? Yes, yes, I will show you. Wait, I will show you. Actually, the Danny sir asked one question to asked question to me. If suppose null value is there and we are applying that margin and that field value, right? So, so I'm using, if suppose if I'm taking this concept here, if I'm taking this concept and that data set name, that is in data set, right? So our data set is in data set. So what I'm doing here, I'll remove the margin here. Wait, I will remove the field value. Okay, only this thing. Only I'm doing this one and executing. But before I execute, I will store whatever the changes will applies. See, what is the actual without changing null values? Your average is 49.71 and 73.21. Now what I'm going to do, I'm using same concept here, but I'm adding variable data and margin I am removing and field underscore value is equals to 65. So you know that field value is doing his work like a removing the null values and passing that 65 in that place, right? So I'm executing this one. Once I execute, I got the data and here. So now our whole journey is in kind of that stored into the data. Now that field value done his work, that removing the null values and updating the 65. So I'm applying margin on data. Okay, so I'm copying this one and this data I'm passing here, passing comma margin is equals to C. And I'm doing what? I'll pass here another one variable so that we can get it. So before applying on means before applying field value, we are getting the 49.71. And after applying field value, we are getting average at 65, 56.61. I think Danny sir, we got a difference now. Yes. Everyone, are you getting this one? How to help functions where to use it listed. See, the whole journey is kind of pivot table. Actually, a lot of work already you have done, right? No, you can change the values into the previous one. Just I want to say you one thing. If you want to check some scenarios, some reporting, some summarization, that time pivot table is good for you. And suppose on the basis of some people are thinking about how did I check on the basis of cities, how to know, then take that data set and pass into the pivot table, pass that index is equals to that city column, and you will get all the process on the basis of cities, because the categorical data, on the basis of categorical data, you only get a whole journey, right? If suppose if you are passing numeric columns into the index, what is the use of that? You get the point. Index column is good for the categories, no? So you can get it easily, that whole journey. Field value margins are a secondary point. field value, margins, aggregation function. These are the secondary points. These are the your tools you are applying on the pivot table. But your major part is index and columns. Your major part is index and columns. The way you are using the index and columns, your 50 to 60% work has completed in using that two variables, is index and columns. But if you are using field value, margins, and that aggregation function, these are the extra points for the applying on pivot table. Okay. I think hope you got all the concept related to pivot table. This is interesting that even I have learned so much things with explaining of this point. Two different field values. That is the only thing that I'm thinking about it. Two different field values. If suppose uh, wait, I'll use this thing. What is the name? Field 71. Yes, yes. I'm also trying to. I think it's not possible. Francis sir, I will work on it definitely. I will check that solution. We'll go for that in the next time as well. If suppose if I get in the end of the session, that time also I can work. Actually, these things also we can do other times as well. Means other removing fill any values and replace concept also. But the way answers the question asked by this through the pivot table, we can change the. Is it possible to change null values in the two to three different columns as well? I hope so. And maybe there concept will be there, but I will check that. So let's move for label encoding, right? So label encoding, one part that we have taken previously, but now in the label encoding we have two different sectors like label encoding and second one is a map, right? So how to use that map in the label encoding, that is important, right? So let's check out this label encoding. Label encoding and another one that is one hot encoding. So let's check out each and every point so that we can get it easily today. First, we'll go for map, and then step by step we'll go for the next map function. So you know what actually the map function we call the dummy variables as well. See what I'm saying? The map function. But I have created one point. I will show you through the PPT as well. If suppose implementation point is remaining, then we'll do them into other sections as well. But I will show you PPT of that. Hello. PPT is visible to you all. Those are thinking about I'm not doing PPTs, please go through this. Actually, I'm doing work is heavy. That is why I'm getting late. Manish sir, you are looking PPT here. See PPT. So guys, actually, I have mentioned here types of encoding. That is why to do encoding. That is first important task. And second thing is encoding. We have so many types. Means you will get. If suppose you see the internet on the internet, you will get so many things. But the interesting and easiest work to implementation and solve the problems there we have the label encoding, one hot encoding. And third one is I never mentioned here, but in that PPT also we have that is in dummy variables that we call map function, right? So first let's move for that one. You guys are ready? There you have everyone. See the label encoding point. So So label encoding is used for the converting the values. Why to use? Converting the values. If suppose the problem related with that, if suppose your categories there, the way we have seen city column is there and Mumbai, Beijing and another one New York is there. Three column, three categories are there. But your function, but your calculations or suppose if you are putting that data set into uh, machine learning algorithm, that time the string values will not be useful to us. For understanding purpose, we have to convert that data into the numeric. So that time the major part is started, that is in label encoding. So we have to convert that string data into the labels. So many people are thinking label encoding is nothing but network security, plain text and ciphertext. That is different. That is in security purpose. You are converting your data into, steganography and all network security concept. That is. But now that is label encoding. You are converting simple manner into label encoding in string to numeric. In that, there we have two concepts: multi-categorial concept and binary category. See what I'm saying: multi-categorial and binary category. So binary category is nothing but by probability you can say 0 and 1. by profile 0 and 1. 0 is suppose you can, it depends upon us that 1 is false and 0 is a true, like that. Okay, probability. If suppose multi-categorical system is not comes under the randomly, he can take randomly. It's technique that each level is used for the random. Randomly, he can put that random manners on that whole category system. You see, when we apply, no, you will see that he can go for the way I'm mentioning here at alphabetical order. But when your data sets are there, your categories are there, he can put on the basis of randomly. If suppose it is Beijing, then he can put randomly two is there. It did not on the basis of us. It basis of that label encoding structure. That is why second part we are coming into the dummy variables, means mapping. You can do the mapping as well. Suppose Beijing is there, you can pass the one. Mumbai is there, you can pass the two. New York is there, you can pass the three as well. So this is the way you can do, right? So now the point is, what is the label encoding? See, syntax the way I'm passing here from sklearn dot pre-processing import label encoder. I think you guys, this is the first time in the last 2 months you are saying this PPT, right? Hope you are enjoying this. So from sklearn dot pre-processing import label encoder. So what is a sklearn? Sklearn is in scikit-learn. So this is a Python library. It's used for machine learning algorithms, scientific analysis, mathematical analysis purpose you can use. The many questions comes under the sklearn. Many means multiple times interviewers ask you about sklearn. Why to use sklearn? Why means we have the sklearn properties and all. So sklearn, see, sklearn is used for the scientific data analysis purpose. It's used for the machine learning algorithm implementation purpose, data cleaning, data pre-processing purpose, scientific analysis, and mathematical analysis purpose you can use. So where did we use that sklearn in the machine learning? Actually, all the machine learning algorithms, their libraries are implemented in the sklearn. So once you start to learn about sklearn, no, definitely you get to know all the stuff related with the machine learning, right? So here we have used the package of pre-processing, that is sklearn dot pre-processing, and import label encoder. Label encoder is my class that already we have in sklearn. So label encoder object we have to create here. So who is the object here? L1 is equals to label encoder. L1 is my object. Okay. So whatever the column name is there, because we did not use the directly label encoder as a in between the code, we are creating here object. So your database name, that column name. So on which column you are using that label encoder, that is the column name. Sorry. So this is L1 is my object dot fit transform database name and column name. That's it you have to do. So once you apply, your whole data is converted into the numeric. But all the data you get, no, that is randomly assigned to that particular category. Means if you are having there one, that one is assigned automatically randomly on that particular category. Are you getting my point here? Label encoding, we have implemented this one. You got the questions as well, right? Second, we see the way we have here fit transform. Fit transform is taking that whole the data, means whole the previous data that is in df dot column name, no, it will take the data and pass through the L1. L1 will convert all the categories into the labels, and once again he will store into that particular column. You can change the columns, means you can create a new column and pass it here, not an issue. But you are storing into same column. taking that all the data, convert it into L1 and pass into the same day. So this is the similar. So many questions will ask why you are taking this column underscore name once again here. Actually, you are storing into the same column. No, applying on the same column, and whatever the changes we will made there, that will be into goes into the same column. Okay. So now, how this is happening here? See, here we have the state columns and label encoding we are applying. Once we apply that, whole data set goes into the distance. So 340 randomly, okay. Do not go confusion here. Randomly label encoded is happening. It's Tamil Nadu, Delhi, Karnataka. So this is nothing but your label encoding. You cannot put here by your choice. So 3 will be for Maharashtra, 4 will be for 4 is for the Tamil Nadu, like that. Now, one hot encoding. See, one hot encoding is nothing but it's based on the probability, means 0 and 1. You can pass through the on the basis of that. We are going to implement this one as well. Okay, we are going to implement. So we can use on the binary classification. So do you know when interviewer will ask you, tell me the what type of data, means on which type of data you are going to apply this label encoder. So you have to tell them that there we have the two types, that is in binary classification and multi-classification. So multi-classification purpose, you can use the label encoder or dummy variables as well. So in next slide, I'm going to tell you. For the binary classification, you have to use the one hot encoding. Why? Because if suppose there is an there we have you have to classify into two categories, that is in 0 and 1. But you know what actually? See here, male female is there, and one hot encoder will do work like this one. So gender is there, so he's going to convert that into the male and female, that is in 1 0. Means if suppose there is a male, suppose Abhay is there, male is there, he's passing the 1, then female is in 0. If suppose Pooja is there, female 0 and female is in 1. This is the way you can do here. So this is nothing but one hot encoder. But question, you have to ask one question on the basis of that. I want to apply, if suppose your question is like that, I want to apply multi-dimensional data set, sorry, multi-classification categories. If suppose here we have some kind of suppose Delhi, Mumbai, and Chennai, like that. And you know what will happen? If suppose Abhay is from the Mumbai, then Mumbai column get 1 and Delhi, Chennai will get a 0 0. Are you getting my point here? How did we do that multi-categorical one hot system and these are things? If you are applying one hot encoding concept on the multi-cat classification column, then where that data meets, no, Abhay is from the Mumbai will get 1 and others will get 0 0 0 0. So one hot encoding is also works on the multi-categorical system, multi-classification system. But you know what? Only 0 and 1. Yeah, we are going to do, sir. What is the plus practical use of this? Actually, practical use of this is nothing but you are converting, no, instead of doing string data, you are converting your data into the memory. And the way we have one hot is 0 1, I think much faster than other things. If they both take 0 0 value, how the classification will be done later? Then you have to you have to understand that, yeah, that is the point you got here. That is why dummy variables also there. That is why we, in the label encoding time, that same question will rise by some of the peoples, because 10 categories are there and you are applying the label encoding simultaneously, randomly you are getting the values to the categories. And how can you means identify that those are getting 6 is nothing but Maharashtra, 5 is nothing but Chennai, like that? So some kind of drawbacks you have. You know that you can do the reverse transform as well. We can use the fill NA. So what's the difference is that? No, actually, Francis, actually fill NA is for the null values purpose. No, if suppose there is a null data, there is you don't have any kind of data, that time you can use the fill NA. You are converting your data here. You are converting your data. Actually, you think about one hot encoding time, why you are creating new columns and that time. Actually, this is the one hot encoding. If you go for the label encoding, in same column he is changing the whole things. Means gender column is there. See, in the same column he is going to apply the same concept. We'll do that. We'll do that examples and all because better to get a confusion about it. We'll do that one hot encoding and all. See, here we have the dummy variables. This is also, that map function was to be. So dummy variables is also on the basis of a binary categorical system, right? But you can increase the columns as well. It's like 0, 1 or something like 1, 2, 3 something. So dummy variables has an implementation different types actually. But in my implementation purpose, I'm using this syntax. See, syntax is kind of this one. The database pd.get dummies. Sorry, this is variable pd.get dummies database columns. Columns is nothing but what? Your columns of dummy code. But check out this same concept how we are using here. Yeah, we are applying the label. Dummy variables is nothing but dummy. If suppose Chennai is there, dummy is of, then you can pass the Abhay is there. You can change the name with the Sachin. Abhay, Sachin means dummy names, dummy variables. Are you getting the point? You can pass the string as well as you can pass numericals, numeric values. Check out the syntax. Here we have the sex column. Yeah. You can see this one. The question is that dummy, how did we use that dummy variables? That is an data set. Your column name is equals to data set, that column name, that column name. That is in sex column name we have. Wait, I will show you. If suppose I haven't used that sex, actually syntax I have taken. Suppose database, your sex column name is there and map function you are using. Map function you are using, and there we have the male is there, you can pass the 0, and female is there 1, you can pass, and whatever the changes will apply, that will be stored into the df dot sex male column. Are you getting sex male column? And you can use the pd dot get dummies and hard dot sex. So we have to take here different variable names. I have made some different changes here. We have to pass it here. So I'll do that one. Wait, I'll do that here. Changes, different variable name I have taken, but you can see easily this one. Let's go for the implementation purpose. Yes. See, we can pass the like this as well. This is similar kind of what? One hot encoding. Is it correct? Similar kind of that. But one hot encoding is applying directly, right? One hot encoding is applying directly, and here this is the difference we have. So let's go and implement this. If suppose some parts are remain same, remaining here means not able to do here, then we can do the next sessions on the first half an hour of next session on this one. Okay, this is easy actually. Label encoding purpose, we have to do one thing. Wait. I will apply same concept on. I will use same code. Okay. See, change the name of columns, data set. What is the column name? I will use on the city. Is it? Yes. See this one. But this is I'm not passing any that 210. That is randomly he has taken. Are you getting the point here? This is label encoder, label encoding. And that point also we have seen that reverse label encoding, reverse transform, everyone. If suppose if I'm taking reverse transform, I will copy this code, applying on it, and reverse transform is nothing but your inverse, not an means reverse actually. Do not use that word inverse. Okay. Inverse, I think spell is correct. Inverse. Okay. Inverse transform and city. Yeah, it's correct now. As someone said that other day, useful to hide confidential data. Yeah, actually, no, actually not like that. You can convert the data set because you cannot pass string data into machine learning algorithms. We should have to execute. Why this is going on? Wait, wait. Inverse, inverse, inverse. Appropriate argument B for user. Call fit Y. Should have to work on it. Just a few minutes. Mhm. Wait, I will do one thing. Why this is going on? Data is equals to I'll take yesterday's data set. No, actually, what happens here? He didn't recognize that fit function I have used before. So he's thinking that I'm not taking that fit function, so he's not applicable on that. Data dot dot head. Okay, white and you know that white and data typ type dot unique. So two types are there. Okay, I'm applying on this one execute and data dot head. This is converted. So I'm applying data dot sorry type dot unique. So 1 and 0 is completed. Now I'm going to apply this inverse concept. Data type yeah, it is happened. Yeah, we got easily. This is coming back to home like that. Yes, we have. Actually, see, whatever the changes you, Rahul, I think the question is that you have to save your changes. Means you have to store into the another CSV file, because if you left like this one, then you will not get a changes that means these are the changes will not affect your original data set. These are whatever the things that we are doing here, that is in completely temporary. So you have to store into the CSV, means whatever the changes you have made, right? Got it? Inverse is you are back to the work, means if your changes, if you have made the changes, if you have made a changes, means made the label encoding, then you can apply the inverse transform on it once again on that typing, means type column. It will be convert into the numeric to string once again. Means we have converted white to one to white once again. Inverse will be reflection, means it's kind of, you know what is the word I can use? If you convert your data, if you convert your data, it will convert into the numeric values 1 and 0. If you want once again your string data, then you can apply inverse underscore transform type, and that will be converted 0 and 1 into white and that suppose means particular white and red into that. Means back to previous version like that. Right. Second one, but we'll try for the second one also. You got the point, this one? Yeah, back to original data. That's one. If you got this one, you just work on it. Okay. Say add data scientist or data analyst peoples. You did not. You just do not work on the categorical data. Means string data. Your always end point is converting your whole data into numeric, whatever it may be. You just have to ended up your analysis with the numeric data. Okay, so convert always your data into the numeric and then go for the problem solution. Second, one hot encoder. So now check out. So where did we have seen this concept into defining like dictionary, which you did not understand, Rohan? Else I will take this point in the next session and I will first explain this point, this one. I will take that one hot encoding and that remaining that point map. I will take into the next session. I will take first this one. Ron, converting point you did not get. So 2 points for the next session. Yes. 2 points for the next session. And that session also, that is a quick session actually. Please, even I am not getting transform. Label encoding is gives you to transform your categorical data into numeric. You are converting your data into the numeric. Your data is in white, suppose red is there, suppose green is there, suppose kind of things, and you have to convert your column into the numeric. No, you can do this concept into replace function as well. You can use that replace function as well. Is it correct what I'm trying to say? Yeah, converting, but label encoding is they are giving some different format. Means instead of using uh, like a replace function, fill any concept, you can do directly label encoding. This is the same as the encode decode class taken some week back. Actually, that time we I have given you some examples too. Means we can do like that also. Here we are implementing directly. That time also I have quickly implemented this label encoding concept. But second part I haven't done. Means only I have given the example of label encoding. This time we are implementing means clearly here. Reverse is you are back to home. No, means converting is there. If you are getting the answer, sometimes you are predicting. If your prediction problem statement is saying, please find the type of alcohol which is best, and your algorithm is doing the work, but your algorithm didn't understand the string data, so that you have converted your data into the numeric. And when your algorithm is predicted, that time your prediction is comes under 0 and 1. So what, you have to convert your 0 and 1 into what, into categorical data. Means 0 is nothing but suppose white is there, and 1 is nothing but your black is there. Then prediction is in 0, that is nothing but your what, white. Back to the original data. Means for the understanding to the algorithm, you have to convert your data into the numeric. Your whole data science and machine learning journey should be into the numeric only. You have to convert. Analysis is good for now for the white, and you are using the categories and all, categorical data like string and all, but you have to convert your data into numeric. You got the point, everyone? Yeah, actually, today we have done a lot of work. Means not only for the, means we haven't covered a lot of points, but understanding purpose and learning purpose, today's session is important, right? So please, you all go through that whole journey, today's journey, because starting from the pivot table, the basics, and until now, and the remaining two topics are very easy actually, right? So what is summary, right? Summary is actually we have started with the pivot table, and that pivot table is nothing but your, it's kind of summarization of your points, and pivot table gives you it's kind of aggregations, means mean, median, and that is in count, sum, all these things. So started with the dictionary, converted into the data frame, and then we'll go through the whole journey of this point. And the first type that we have to implement, that is in dataset dot pivot table you have to pass. See, compulsory you have to pass a pivot table underscore table, pivot underscore table, and index is equal to index is equal to date, column should be there, means not a date, means whatever the data set you are applying, by default it will not take any kind of index is equal to by default any column. You should have to pass any column there, any one column. Okay, after that we have added some different points as well, columns as well, then entered into the multi-column, means on the basis of two columns he is giving us um, that journey, means summarization, date and city on the basis of date and city. Then we entered into the column base, that is an index, column, city, checkout. Index is nothing but what? This one. See, index is nothing but this one. Column is nothing but this one. So where, means how did you see that? Means how did you like to see? That is why you have to pass. If you pass the columns equals to city, you can pass here. If you want to pass index in the basis of like this, you can pass the date easily. So that, then we have applied the aggregation function here. So you can pass here some count, mean, max, minimum. It's easy, right? Then we entered into aggregation function. Sorry, applied a single-handedly we have applied. Then we have applied margin. Margin is giving us a average of all, average of all. Okay, and then we used field value. If suppose null values will be there, then you should have to pass field value is equals to pass the any scalar value like 1, 10, 20, 30, any kind of that. Then we entered here. We have seen the difference before applying the field value and after applying the field value here, right? This one, Francis are giving a good idea about this one. That round decimal is equals to 3. If you apply this one, then you will get means easiest way that 30.33 means, else you will get a huge um, decimal points here. Then we entered here into entered into the label encoding actually, entered into the label encoding here, label encoding point, and here we have done, actually do not get confused about label encoding, right? Can you label the label class recordings with the topic? Yeah, I will add today's sessions. I will add their pivot table and label encoding part 1. We'll go for the part 2 of label encoding in this second session as well. Okay, here we have the label encoding class. This is object, this is library, this is package. Do not get confusion here. This is library, this is package, this is class. The class is object we have here, and this is your particular column, city column. You are applying fit transform method, and fit transform method will get all the data and store into the object will convert the data, store into the city. That's it. You will get all the converted data. And then we have seen invert transform, means the when we converted the data, it will be coming reverse, means it's coming into the original data set. That is, suppose 2 is there, and that is 2 is nothing but New York. So coming back to his own identity means own category, that is nothing but New York. So same concept that we have applied on the type column, and type column converted, and then we applied inverse once again, then back to the white. But do not go like this one. Once you convert, do the analysis, and then back to the work of inverse transform. That's it. This is the today's session, guys. Hope you got all the work. I will share the PPT as well now. From the next session, I will not share the PPT through the portal. I will use that PPT into the sessions. Thank you so much, you all. Thanks for joining this session. Take you all. See you. Thank you. Next time we are going to work on the visualization, and I will discuss with the admin as well, and this label encoding part 2 also. So we will cover up this in first half, and then we go for the visualization. Thank you so much, you all. See you. Thank you. Yeah, I will share. Yes, I will share. Definitely, sir.